Good morning. Hello, Arjun. How are you doing this morning?
Yes, ma'am, I am doing great, and I am very
Wonderful.
today very I am excited to talking with you.
I'm also very excited to meet you. And thank you so
Yes, ma'am.
much for reaching out and wanting to have this conversation. We have been trying to connect for a very long time, but finally today we are here. So, why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself since we are meeting for the first time?
Yes, ma'am, definitely, ma'am. I am Arjun, and I am from Andhra Pradesh, South India, and I recently completed my masters in political science, and now I am preparing various competitive exams, and I'm also focused on my communication, English speaking communication
Hmm.
because I my all academics are completed with my native language. So
Hmm.
since childhood, I am so passionate about learning this language, but
Okay.
lack of environment and mother tongue
Hmm.
influence.
Mm-hmm.
So I face some problems.
Okay. You said you're from Tamil Nadu, is it?
No, ma'am, Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. Okay, sorry. Which part of Andhra Pradesh?
You know, ma'am, Rayalaseema, Kurnool.
Kurnool. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, perfect. So, tell me this. You said you were very fascinated about the English language since your childhood, right? So, what are the things that you have, tried over the years, and what are the different ways in which you have tried to learn the language, and how had it helped you?
Yes, ma'am. And tell me something about you, ma'am. I think we connect first time.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I'm so
yes,
sorry. Correct. Yes.
yes, ma'am.
All right. So, you already know my name. I'm from Kolkata. I was born and raised in Kolkata, but I have been staying in Pune for the last 10 years. I am a communication coach and a soft skills trainer by profession. And I also have my own YouTube channel that I have started very recently and thoroughly enjoying this journey. And in my free time, I like to travel. I like to spend time with my friends and family, and I love cooking. So that's a little bit about me. If you have any specific questions, I can definitely answer them for you.
Yes, ma'am. Great, great. I think you all know you are a one of the good YouTuber in who are learning English. I think your videos
Thank
help
you.
to a lot of beginners and who are interested to learning this language.
Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. And I try in whatever little way I can to help out the learners out there because, I feel that you can only utilize your knowledge that you have completely when you are actually using it to help somebody else to go forward in life. So, with that thought, I had created the channel, and that is something that I'm absolutely enjoying, and the kind of love and support that all of you are giving me is definitely very humbling. So thank you so much to all of you and all the ones like you who are
Mm.
so supportive and so uh, motivating at times. Yeah.
Yes, 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 ma'am. And tell me your brief journey, ma'am, English, when you started and who is your inspiration to why you thought come your in mind. I started channel and how to get interested to this language.
Interesting. I think I've spoken about it quite a few times now in so many of the videos, but I'll just give you a brief about it. So I never had, like, it was not an English journey as such because I am from an English medium school. I studied in an English medium school. My first language was English. But when I went to college, I realized that the spoken part of it got missed out in school. So that's when I started focusing on the spoken part of it because that was very essential for my career and for the industry that I had chosen. And that's when I started doing different things like listening, reading, writing, speaking with my friends on a regular basis. And that's how I acquired the fluency over the years. And if I talk about the fact how I came into training and coaching, that was mostly because of, my English teachers that I had in school. I always was very fascinated with their personality and how they conducted themselves. And at my workplace, they were trainers. So when I looked at them, I really felt like, this is something that I want to be a part of. So that's where my training journey started. And after that, YouTube started, by a mere chance. I never thought of starting YouTube. There was no inspiration as such on YouTube that I followed. It was just that I was taking classes, and a lot of students were uploading videos already on YouTube, the conversations that they were having with me. So I used to see that, those videos were getting a lot of views, and, people were asking things and all of that. So that's when some of my students told me that, ma'am, why don't you start a channel? It's going to be very helpful. So it was not inspiration, but it was motivation from my learners that, that made that journey possible. So that's how I started my YouTube journey.
Great, 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 ma'am.
Yeah.
I think you are a well-known a coach, and tell me brief tips for who are started this recently English speaking.
Hmm. So when you start something recently, the first thing that you need to do is to have the right kind of mindset. So a lot of people, when they start their journey, they always do a lot of negative self-talk that I am not good at it. I don't know how to speak in English. I don't know how will I speak in front of people. I don't know how to go about it. I don't have an environment. So first thing, when you want to learn something, you have to work on your mindset. So mindset as such is going to be like, you have to tell yourself every day positively that if so many other people are able to learn the language, so can I. And if I want to learn it, if I really want to learn it, and if it really helps me in my life, then I'm going to do everything that is needed in order to carry out the things that are needed in order to gain fluency and learn the language. That is number one, setting up your mindset. Number two is getting your reason right. What is your why? Find out that. Why do you want to learn this language? When you tell yourself that, okay, these are the things that is going to benefit, or these are the areas in my life that are going to be benefited once I know the language, then you will see the drive automatically comes. If you just blindly tell yourself that, okay, everybody knows English, everybody is learning English, so even I want to learn English, then it's of no use, right? So first you have to tell yourself what is the reason for which you need to learn the language. Then number three comes the way in which you plan your learning journey. So when I say plan your learning journey, it means you have to get to know yourself. What is it that works for you? What kind of learning works for you? You need to understand the different types of learning that are available. Try each one of them and see which one is working for you. And these are all internal things that you need to do with yourself. You cannot look at somebody else having a conversation on YouTube and do that for yourself. It's not possible. So you have to do the work yourself. So you need to be ready for that. If you are okay with these three things, that, okay, I know myself, I know why I want to learn this language, and I have the correct mindset, then everything else is going to fall into place, and you are going to be able to, complete that journey. So yeah, those are the things initially for a beginner, which is very important to keep in mind. And then of course comes all the four approaches that you take in order to learn the language, and you start your journey and you be consistent on that. That is very
Yes, yes,
important.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. And beginners, they are so much facing problem with the grammar part, ma'am. How can I handle grammar?
So the first thing is, stop treating grammar as something separate than your language. The first thing that you should do is try and understand that grammar is a part of the language. So if you sit down for 5 days learning tenses and, mugging up past participle, present participle in your mind, and then you think that, okay, after a week I'm going to start speaking, it's not going to happen. You have to start listening to the language, reading, and then think that, okay, why is this sentence written like this here? What is the grammar logic behind it? So understanding the logic of grammar is very important. If you don't get the logic and if you just mug up, which I see most of the Indian students are doing, running after logic, running after mugging up the different grammar terms, that's not going to help you. You need to understand the logic of why this is this way, right? And for that, you have to mix your grammar and your language learning journey together. You have to take a 360-degree approach wherein you are immersing yourself in the language, and in the process you are understanding the logics behind grammar. That, okay, if it says that um, I uh, I got an orange from the market. The orange is very sweet. So why is it saying an orange first and later the orange? Then find out the meaning. That, okay, what is the logic behind and the? And that's when you will realize, and that's when you will understand that, okay, this is how it works. And when you do that kind of learning, that is what you're going to remember,
Yes, yes, yes,
right?
yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, it's not very difficult, but it's not very easy as well. You have to
Yes,
do the work, is the end game. You
yes, yes,
cannot
yes.
skip. You can think that, hey, I will listen to somebody else speak, listen to someone's video, and I'll learn. That's not going to happen.
Yes, yes, ma'am. And in YouTube, some are YouTubers, they say, I learn in English at 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. And tell me exact, ma'am, how many duration with learn good English?
Okay, so
Specific
first of
period.
all, there is no period that anybody can predict for you. Anybody who is telling you learn English in 3 days, 5 days, one
Yes,
week,
yes,
1 month, 2 month, you know, they are just bluffing because they want to get views from you. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Because people like to listen to easy stuff. People like to see easy. I want to learn English. Oh, 3 days, amazing. I'll be a champion in English. That's not going to happen. So you
Yes,
need to, forget about it, right? And the only thing that you can focus on is your own learning journey. Understand the fact that learning the language will be a lifetime journey. You can never be perfect with the language. Even after so many years, I am not perfect with the language. Nobody can be perfect with the language. Okay, we are
yes.
not even perfect with our mother tongue. How do we expect
Hmm.
that we'll become perfect with English, right? So the only thing, the duration is completely in your hand. What is the effort that you are putting in? Depending on that, I have seen people get to a better level in like 30 days as well. And I have seen people toiling for 1 year and they have still not gotten anywhere. So it depends. Are you taking up the right approach? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you ready to do the hard work? And depending on that, you will decide your success rate.
Yes,
So
yes,
when you start your journey, it is important that you give yourself a deadline and you go from there,
yes, yes, yes.
right?
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. And what about reading, ma'am? And reading is also important for get good knowledge in English.
Of course, reading is important. The four pillars: reading,
Yes, yes,
speaking,
ma'am.
writing, and listening. All of them. You cannot leave out any part of it. You don't have to spend 1 hour every day doing each of them. You don't need to spend 4 hours. But if you are spending 1 hour, you should keep 15 minutes for each activity. That's the kind of consistency that you need to be looking at.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes, ma'am.
right. Perfect. So
Yes,
Arjun, thank you so much for
okay.
having this conversation with me today.
Yes, yes,
I really enjoyed having this chat with you, and maybe in future we can connect once again and discuss
Def-
some more important points about the English language. However, I wish you all the best for your learning journey, and take care of yourself. And I wish you a wonderful day ahead.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Bye.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Bye. Thank you.